All right, we are struggling to get this figured out, but we're here. Let's see. Give it a few seconds
It
to
was
see if
my
everybody
fault.
joins. Well, looks like we lost everybody who was waiting, so we'll see what happens if they come back or not. Hopefully, they'll shout us out in the chat there.
We're supposed to have Olivia and Destiny supposed to get into the chat.
My guess they got tired of waiting on us.
They probably did. It was, I ruined it. I ruined it.
Oh no, Olivia's there. Hey.
Hello, Olivia. I'm sorry. We're behind.
Well, it
I
happens.
can, technology doesn't work out for me too well.
I know I should have told you, 6:30 instead of 6:45.
Yeah.
So I guess start us off with did you work out today?
No, not today. Today's an off day for me. That way I can get home and get on this.
I taking it pretty easy this week because we're doing the garage gym competition this Sunday. Are you going to join us for that?
Of course I'll be there.
Awesome. Well, we'll at least have one person hit 1,500, maybe two.
And now I don't know if I'll be doing everything, but I might at least do bench.
Well, I mean, if you do
I'm beat.
500,
I'm
maybe
kind of
not like
beat
you
up
did
right
last
now.
time.
Yeah,
What are you
I
beat
might
up
do
from?
that. I'm training. I've got back doing yoke and log, and that stuff's tearing me up. I
Oh
went.
yeah.
What was I doing? I was doing powerlifting for I don't know 8, 10 weeks, and now
Yeah.
getting
So
back to
you're peak.
strongman is beating your body up.
Well, you're peak for
Ah,
strong or for the powerlifting.
yeah, but I'm old.
Oh man, you
I'm
should
getting
see some
old.
of the comments from on the videos.
Uh,
The uh, the sandbag video I posted. Somebody said, "Look, I was picking up a jelly bean
Jesus Christ.
because you had to call me a dwarf in it."
Yeah, I mean, I had to make it fun.
Well, let's see. We're up to 4 viewers. Who do we got with us today? Destiny.
I bet Destiny and Olivia are in there.
Yep. Two of our members.
Well, Stan the man is working out right now, so I don't know if he'll be on there or not.
He better be working out. You're his coach.
He is doing his program.
Yeah, I did shave. So Destiny asked if I shaved. I had to dress up like Gomez Adams for my daughter's Halloween birthday party, and figured I'd go ahead and shave off the little pencil mustache afterward.
No, you should have left the mustache.
Man, it looked good. I pulled off the Gomez Adams pretty good, but it also looked a lot like a pedophile, so I didn't want to risk that.
I'm
Not with
not
a bunch
allowed
of
to have a
kids running around.
mustache. She hates mustache, so I have to keep mine real low.
Mm. You got the
Make sure
whole,
she's happy.
was it looking like Rufus from Kim Possible?
Yeah, I got to keep it where it's lined up. Yeah.
She said looking like little Rufus from Kim Possible.
Damn.
Hmm. Destiny likes to get after me. I see that. You can't even
Well,
see
you
the
remember
chat,
last
can you?
time? No, I can't see the chat, but I imagine she's probably sitting there drinking some more alcoholic beverages while
You,
thinking of jokes on you.
you know what? I might have to do that too. I got a little bottle over here somewhere. Somewhere.
Well, I've got my sweet tea in my rain glass ready to go.
Well, I'm trying to be good. I've got my protein shake, even though I didn't really work out, just to keep me from
Hell,
stomach
mix
aches.
that with the liquor.
You know what? Arnold Schwarzenegger did that. He put a
Oh
shot
my
of
God.
tequila or vodka or something in his protein shake.
No, I ain't doing that.
Won Blackberry Crown at my conference, and it's here. She said I won Blackberry Crown at my work conference, and now that's here.
Figures.
You know what? I'm gonna get the chat on the screen. I don't know if you might need to pull up a second device. If you, I say that you struggle to get on the first one. I don't want to confuse you. That way you can see the chat.
Uh, mm, I don't know. I can try.
See, I messed up. Originally, we would have been in a different system, and
Hmm.
you would have been able to see everything. But because I created the event leading up, it would not let us use the other system. I had to go to the one we do for the live streams.
Well, I guess all I gotta do is jump on and get on YouTube, correct?
Yeah, just open it up on YouTube. Don't mute it
Okay.
though, so you and it's going to be delayed a little bit, but you can still see the chat.
All right. I think I can manage doing that.
Put that right there. So now the chat should pop up on the screen between us. She said I had my I think the screen cut off. Just had some my gunpowder or good powder, and got my Sprite Zero mixed. Well, we're up to 6 people, so I guess this is the
All
first
right,
time.
I can see it.
Yeah. Now you're probably one of the six, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I guess we can start off talking about the last time we were together. We were at the Redbeards. That was a fun show,
Yes, it actually was.
and Miss Destiny gave us a lot of laughs there, even though she wasn't
Yeah,
with
it
us.
makes it a lot better when people actually join and sit there and mess with us. Because I'll be honest, when you walk away and I'm trying to talk and do this and that and the other, it's hard to do.
Yeah, same thing happens to me. What was your favorite event
Um,
from Redbeards?
ooh, hmm. I don't know. I'm guessing the axle is probably my favorite, just because I mean the Hummer tire setup or truck tire setup is pretty cool to look at.
Yeah, there was some good numbers too. There was what's his name, Charles Posey from Georgia. I think he's from Georgia.
Yeah, he was strong.
Yeah, he put up some good numbers. I thought he was going to try to go for the state record or no, the national record. He set the state record.
Yeah, the national I think was 360 something pounds.
Hmm.
That would have been a sight to see.
I think the 231's national record or the 105 is actually lighter than the 90 because CJ or not Kraus, CJ Pierce has the 90, and I think it's like 5 pounds heavier than the 105.
No, okay.
I think it's like 376 and then like 368 or something like that are the two.
Kraus is a hell of a presser too.
He is. Uh, Watching back some of the PSL, he was dealing with some bicep issues that messed him up on the last couple of events, but he was still able to get third place there with even with not being 100%. That was really impressive.
Oh yeah. I was trying to think. Since we had PSL and we were watching all those people, there was another guy on there that was pretty damn good. Of course, I can't remember names. But as far as the red beard, um, all in all, it was a good comp for being only 20 people in it.
Yeah.
And of course, my feet were killing me the next day because I think we never sat down.
No, we
Hell, we
didn't.
even had to stand up when we ate. So it was a brutal day, but it was fun to watch. It's always fun to be inside that gym. It's dirty,
Mm.
gritty, and just being in there is a great atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. Adam Guy said, I think John Bass could have pressed a lot more than what he did. I 100% agree that he was reverse curling the darn axle. He wasn't even having to get up under it.
John Bass, that's one man I don't want to be in an empty alley with.
Why? Because y'all couldn't cross the paths because y'all physically couldn't fit by each other?
Well, just that, but I mean, he's like a grizzly bear with no hair.
He has the best handshake out of anybody I've ever shook hands with. It nearly breaks your hand, but it's a good solid handshake.
He was in his sport bike blue Crocs.
Yeah, yeah. He kept him in sport mode the whole time too.
That's right. I've never seen anybody do a competition in Crocs.
I tell you who really impressed me, Austin Bagley. He showed up to that comp. Me and him only worked together for a week leading into that, and all we did was technique stuff. And he set a bunch of PRs that day. I was really impressed, especially with the sandbag stuff, because uh, he only has a 90-pound sandbag to train with.
Well, he gave Trey and Cole a run for their money that year at Evans, so he's a
Hmm.
good athlete.
He is the Croc Rockets. Destiny said.
The Croc Rockets, that's pretty good.
My chat's gonna probably be a couple minutes faster than yours, I think. Let's make the on the screen a little bit bigger so people can see it.
So I do want to give a kind of a shout out though. So Olivia hit a huge PR. I was actually really scared. She texted me about it. She said, "Can we change up one of my days? I really want to do this day." And I guess it's because I put out my yoke training. She's like, "I really want to go see what I can do and yoke comfortably." I said, "Okay." Well, with her back like it is, even though she's an absolute monster, I want to always take it slow with her because I don't want her to get injured.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, she's ready to get at it, and she's like I said, just a freaking freak. But anyway, she got up to 525 pounds without dropping it on yoke. I mean, there's grown men that I've seen that can't do that,
Oh yeah.
and so and she moved fairly quick. I mean, the pickup was it was like I said, new to her, but as soon as she started going, I was like, "Good God Almighty!" I couldn't believe it.
No, I saw that video. She did great. Destiny. She said, "Let's not forget about the guy who loaded the sandbag almost 30 times." Yeah, Tyler
Oh,
Young.
that guy, yes,
Yeah,
Tyler Young, the owner of
Battlefield
Battleground,
Battlefield Athletics, I think.
Battlefield Athletic.
Yeah, out of
Yeah, he did
Florence.
effing before too. He
Yeah,
did the same thing with there. Him and Tyler Odom, or not Odom, Oldham. Well, no,
Jonathan.
damn it, Jonathan Oldham. Yeah,
Yeah.
they went a lot on the bag too.
So funny story about that. When he signed, or before he signed up, he emailed me asking about the show, and he was interested. He said, "Is it too late to sign up?" And his email came through, and it said Tyler Young. Now, the first person that came to mind was like 90 kilogram Tyler Young, who is a world class athlete, like South Carolina or something. I think
Yeah.
he was like just inches away from setting the log world record for the 90 kilogram that year, and at Chaos. And when I got the email, I was like, Tyler Young wants to do my show, and I responded back, and I was like, this is a kind of a lighter show. Um, He's like, yeah, I know it's going to be one of my first ones to get in. I was like, wait a second, this ain't the same Tyler. I was so pumped because I was going to have somebody of that caliber come do my effing strong for the second year or whatever it was at, and I realized he had the same name, and it kind of burst my bubble. But he did phenomenal when he signed up. He really pushed Jonathan on that
I like
sandbag
how you
bar.
say his caliber, like the rest of us aren't his caliber.
You know what? He
I
has
mean,
been on the podium with the top 10 of his weight class.
those are small guys. They don't count.
Hey, I'm one of those small guys. Okay, chill.
We pat them on the back and give them their due, but heavyweights where it's all at.
You know what? That is true, but just let us have our moment, okay?
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely do that.
She said, God,
We have a monetization on there. We got a commercial going on the like YouTube right now on a
it'll
live
pause and
stream.
then catch up. Yeah, we got to
How
make money
how
somehow.
dare YouTube? Good lord.
Hey, you know what? We got to make money somehow. The show costs us money right now. We're trying to earn money.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If the camera was turned around, you see the power's off in the gym because we're trying to conserve energy.
Well, if I can help you make money, I don't need any proceeds, but you can take them and buy some more equipment and everything else.
Well, right now we're working on covering the rent. This place is,
Yeah.
it's a great venue, but God Almighty, it's not cheap.
Well, you chose to get this monstrosity of a warehouse.
Well, we had to have it with the shows that we've been putting on.
Yeah, that's right. It is a
Ain't no
fantastic place. I give you that.
the place we did the first limit breaker would like. There's no way we could have done last year's in it, and there's definitely no way we can do next year's in it. We only had
What
14
you don't
people
think?
in the first one.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about next year?
No, we're good through limit breaker. We'll figure that out.
No, that's about effing.
Oh, effing. Uh, if we're not in the same building, we've got a few places we could go. That's not an issue right now. Even limit breaker, we've got a couple places we could host it. God forbid the worst thing happen. The gym gets moved to a smaller venue or shut down, I have a couple places in mind.
Please tell me it's not outdoors.
Um, one is, yes, one of the options.
Oh my God. Don't make me lift in the mill monster temperatures, please.
It might be outside, but at least be covered so you won't get rained on.
It'll be like what show is that? The Magnus for Classic. They're out there and it's
Oh my
snowing, trying to
God.
do log press. Fuck
Yes.
that.
Yeah. I reached out to them, trying to get that to be our show to be a qualifier for them, but they've already hey, they responded. They were very nice about it. They said that they
Well,
were working with what's his name? OSG.
that would be one show I'd have to turn down because I'm not one fly. I'd love to go to Iceland, but I'm not flying, nor am I going to lift in 30-degree weather. It's not happening.
Just ride a boat.
I love Strongman, but I don't think I love it that much.
Destiny said if it's hot, I can't be dying. I won't be partaking. It's in February. It's never been hot here in February, so you're good. It's been comfortable.
No, it'll be 27 degrees if they would decide to do it in like light mist rain.
Well, I don't know. The first year we did this show, it was pouring down rain. Multiple people got stuck in the field out front.
Yeah,
And
me. If
it
it wasn't
was
for
like
Bubba's big ass on the back, I would have got stayed there.
I had to tow one of my buddies out the same day. But it was like 15 degrees too. But then the next year, this year, it was like 65, 70. It was nice.
Alabama's just so. I'm sure every state has their problems, but Alabama's so damn bipolar. It just every day is different.
Definitely.
Like right now, we're in a huge drought. I don't think we have any rain on the books for the next week or two.
And it can't decide. I mean, I woke up the other day, it was 40 degrees, and by the time I went home, it was 80.
Yeah, that's one of those you rush out to your truck and get it crunked so it's warm when you get back in there.
Yeah.
'Cause I leave at like 5 o'clock in the morning, so it was really cold.
Well, what do you have coming up for your slate? Are you doing any shows, any competitions
Well,
besides?
I've got the Southeast Classic. Of course, I haven't put it out yet because I've been extremely busy, but I'm gonna get with you about finalization of it. Probably Sunday if you have some time to help me. And I
Mhm.
like to put it out on Sunday or Monday. You go and get out there. But I'm gonna pause real fast before I talk about that. The For all you people that's on here, how many do we have on here?
It says 6 right now.
Oh, well, you can tell people. Um, we have a benefit comp coming up for a fellow strongman in Alabama, and he has cancer, unfortunately, and
Yes.
we threw it together last minute. I didn't figure we'd have a whole lot of people join it, which sucks. I wish we could have planned. Obviously, not under those
Yeah.
situation or circumstances, um, but if you know somebody that wants to get in a strongman or is a strongman, they're looking for something to do, please direct them to that because all the proceeds are going to help him and his family.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know what kind of cancer he has. I do know it's stage 4.
It's pancreatic.
So yeah, anything that can help would be appreciated.
Yeah, so just elaborate on that a little bit. We were contacted last weekend, or not this past weekend, but the weekend before, about hosting a benefit show for, and I'll just go ahead and give the information. I mean, it's not a secret. Larry Johnson, who is a strongman competitor, he's competed with a lot of shows. Last year in 23, he won the, what's the award that they give out at all the Alabama shows for the most helpful competitor? I'm blanking on the name. It's not Scott Helms, I don't think. You know what I'm talking about? The one that Damien and Chris always give out.
Yes, I do know exactly which one you're talking about, and of
Look,
course,
it's
now that
normally
you
given
ask me,
out.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's normally given out to the athlete who shows like the most camaraderie, supports everybody, and is always kind of helpful. And he won that in his last show that he competed with me in, and he actually worked
I
out with us
think,
for a little while.
yeah, that's right. And he's always been a really nice guy.
Yeah. Well, he was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. We were asked by a mutual friend to host the event, and of course, everybody in the state of Alabama, every promoter, I shot them all a message. Everybody who does anything with our shows all said yes, I'm in. Even people who are not doing shows yet, but want to do shows, have all said they're going to hop in. I've had 5 or 6 people message me, say they're going to sign up. I've got 3 of my personal friends who have never done a show before. This is going to be their very first show. And it looks like Adam Guy is going to be doing it too, but we just called it the Alabama Strongman Benefit Comp. The plan is that if it goes well, we might make this an annual thing, nothing crazy. And each year have a committee of promoters and people in the community to vote on who the proceeds go to. Right now, I know we've got a couple of vendors, like an ice cream truck, a food truck, that's going to donate cash, and some of them's going to donate proceeds to whatever they make off the sales that day. We're going to sell tickets. We're going to sell T-shirts. Everything's going to be pre-sale because we're trying to maximize the money to him. So if you sign up for the show, it's a $50 entry. That doesn't get you anything. That gets you entry into the show. If you want a shirt, the shirt's extra. You got to pay an extra one. All profits are going to go to him. We're not going to take any money out of this. I think the only thing that we're going to have to pay out of pocket is porta potties, because I'm anticipating we have enough people. We're going to need some porta potties. But other than that, everything's going to go to him between Southeast, the Forge, West Alabama, Battlefield Athletics, and my gym, Ellison Fitness. I'm confident we've got enough equipment to run as many lanes as necessary. So we can pack this place out. I've already talked to all my neighbors. Every business in my little cul-de-sac has said that they are not. There's no issue with using their parking lot. So I mean, we can make this the biggest show ever. So anybody's interested in supporting a good cause, these events were actually picked by Larry. He selected those. We just selected the weights.
Yep. So like I said, if you know anybody, please give them a sign up. If they want to donate, that's perfectly fine too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's a good idea. If we can somehow adjust it into all our busy schedules, into our our comp schedule as well, then yeah, I'd like to do that every year and have a benefit for whoever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, ticket sales to get in is going to be $5. We're going to do the live stream for free, and just anything that's donated through the super chats, anything that we earn off of revenue of that show is going to go to him too. So it's just watching it at home is going to support it.
Now to get back to the Southeast Classic, now that'll be April 5th. Is that Saturday? Yeah. And we're trying to. It's hard right now because we have our shows. We're trying to give the athletes at least a month or two in between them.
Yeah, we give them 3 weeks between ours now.
Yeah, I wish I could give it more. Then I would interfere with Todd's, and it's just like it's hard. But there's some people that can do one show. Yeah, I know. So it's only 1 month away.
Yeah, if you stuck with March, you're good.
If I stuck with March.
Yeah. You're talking about last weekend of March, first weekend of May? Or first weekend of April?
Well, see, I looked on our podium. There's nothing on April 5th right now anywhere for us or anywhere around Georgia. So that's why I picked that like I did.
I got you.
But anyway, so
some spoilers for the event.
Yeah, I'm seeing that right now. I can tell you, of course, it's going to be there'll be a deadlift record up for it. Obviously, I'll have another cool ass trophy. I don't know what it's going to be for the men and women's pull the most on deadlift. I'm gonna keep the championship belt for the Open, but I'll do something else for the Classic, and I'm hoping to raise a money pool for whoever pulls the most to get some extra cash as well. So you'll have the first event will be the max deadlift. It'll be a deadlift bar, no suits, absolutely no suits.
Oh, come on now! You're gonna let them attempt records, but you ain't gonna give them the opportunity to actually go all out.
Well, I'm gonna use what Brian Shaw said: suits are for sissies.
Well, you know what? It doesn't change the fact that the record allows suits.
Yeah, I mean it does, but
I don't support suits myself. But if I'm going to go for, I say, okay, we're doing a record deadlift option, you got to give it to them. I'm gonna be the devil advocate on this.
I don't know if I can do it. I know Josh King will be upset because I know he wants to break a record. But
Olivia agrees with me.
Damn. What?
I don't know who she'd agree with because this delay.
I think she'd agree with me.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm going to assume she's agreeing with me. She needs to specify or just keep it quiet. Don't tell
yeah.
us who you're agreeing with.
I mean, I don't know. Raw to me is more important. If there really is some big lifters like Josh King and all them want to get in there, I may. God, I don't want to because then other people don't want to use. I don't know. It's very.
Oh, she said no, Trey. Get it.
For right now, the until I post it at least, it's no suits. I might change that. We'll see. Um, I'm gonna have a. Well, should
To
I tell
be,
them all, or should I just tell one or two?
I mean, you can tell all you want, but before you do, I'm going to tell Olivia I'm not disagreeing with Trey. I do agree he's right, but to give people the fair opportunity to set the record. I mean, you got people who are going to be pulling suits attempting those records too. That's where I'm coming from. I'm not saying that I agree that it's the right thing to do.
I wonder why they just can't be a Trey Mitchell and pull 470 raw.
You know, I mean, it would be a lot easier.
Uh, I'm gonna have a. I'll tell you one more event. There's gonna be a yoke into a log for reps,
Hmm.
and I'm not sure if we're gonna do. I'm more likely it's gonna be a clean once and press away. Um, unless I make it 75 seconds. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do yet on that, but I do know it's gonna be a yoke into a log of some sort. So something a little bit different. Um, so hopefully I'll have a lot of traction and a lot of people want to join
Did you see Adam?
it. It'll be a regular deadlift, that's right, and it'll be with a deadlift bar,
Yeah.
Destiny.
So there's going to be some overlap between your show and mine as far as events, unless you've changed what we talked about. And I'm not going to go into all the details, but you're going to have a max deadlift. I'm going to have a max axle deadlift. So if you're prepping for one or both, deadlifting is going to help. So yes,
And you're
yoke
talking
into
about
log.
what show?
Effing the show that's going to be like 3 weeks
Yeah,
after this.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. I gotta say, well done. We don't have the max at Limit Breaker.
No,
Don't be doing that to me now.
no. We're more likely to have similar athletes in the Southeast and effing strong than we would in the limit breaker.
She said, yoke in the log. You're trying to call folks into glory.
Hey, Destiny, you already
uh,
signed up for the limit breaker. It's going to be similar things coming then. We did a
Max.
frame into log this year.
Oh, God, Olivia. Jesus Christ Almighty. You're the only one that really loves doing farmers. Oh, I hate farmers. God. Ever since that Georgia comp where it flipped me the fuck over, I don't know if I want farmers. I mean, that's actually a good idea. That's something that's different. I don't think a whole lot of people do that. A max farmers. I don't really know how we do that. To be honest, unless we just go up by jumps and then people jump in.
You got Destiny fighting her, and it's absolutely no. Uh, I mean, for the max farmers, I guess you'd have to set up the distance kind of shorter, do like 20 feet, 25 feet, and add weight at
Mhm.
each end, and just who can continue going.
That's a good idea. I hadn't thought about that, so we'll see.
Be a lot of picks. Good Lord. You keep adding weight every turn.
Oh yeah, your hands would be fried. So there couldn't be obviously another grip event after that because
No.
you're not going to be able to pick shit up.
Mm. But I know
So
I've got farmers in my show, but it's part of a carry medley. So you'll carry the farmers down, come back. I think it's a sandbag and a keg. So 3 implements down 50 feet. And we ain't doing OnlyFans here, Trey. Just straight up crotch shot to the whole community.
yeah, what no purpose, and my phone went. You know, well, I'm not going to mention it on here. We're live, so it's no point. I had a message the other day from somebody who was like, "Whoa, I'm not going to do it."
Shoot, Chris.
I just saw it on my screen because I have a delay.
Yeah.
And yes, it actually looked pretty bad. I wasn't thinking about that.
I'm just glad you got pants on.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad I'm not sitting here in my fucking underwear.
Oh,
uh,
we should have
I
made this
guess
show private.
yeah, shows to good. Oh, yeah. Um, there was something else I wanted to talk about. You got the road coming up, of course.
Yeah, I
But
actually
what did you
had that
think
stuff pulled
about?
up.
Oh, well, I'm
I had
glad I
it
thought
pulled
about
up
it.
on the other system to talk about, but I can't do it here. So but we can still talk
Oh,
about it. We just won't be able to show it on screen.
what? Oh, it's because I'm not there.
No, because I'm using the different system and it takes forever to get it set up. The other system, I can just share my screen. This one, I can't do that as easy.
Well, next time we'll be live and in person. Today was a little bit. Oh my God, it just. Whoo, yeah. Things change with my stuff. It's about like the weather.
Well, before we get into
Um,
the rogue, what were you going to talk about?
well, I was going to ask you about before we got the road about the show in Scotland.
That's the rogue, isn't it? Yeah, the
No, the
Rogue
one that just did
Invitational.
the giant slide. Where the hell was that at?
Oh, the championship that
That
just
was an
happened this past weekend.
yeah.
I think it was in Scotland as well, Scotland or Ireland. But the Rogue Invitational, I think's in Ireland too. Hang on, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. I got it
Yeah, I'm
saved.
talking about this past one that Mitchell Hooper just doesn't even have to train for and somehow wins every damn competition.
Yeah, hang on. Let's see. The Rogue Invitational is in Scotland, so I guess they're doing both. Let me go back. I'm in Strongman Archives. If you don't know where to find all the information, go to Strongman Archives. Most of it's there.
Nathan, I can't believe that you think I'm a horrible Bama fan.
What?
What kind of? I thought me and you knew each other better than that, buddy. I bleed blue and orange.
War Eagle,
I
even
can't
if our
believe
team.
he said I think I'm an Alabama fan. What in the hell?
Neither one of us are.
I have all of my teeth. I'm not a Bama fan.
Got me distracted over here. Hang on, let's see. Giants Live.
uh,
Okay, so here it is. The 2024 Giants Live World Tour Finals. It was in Scotland, Glasgow, Scotland. So you got the Rogue Invitational in Scotland, and you also had the Giants Live World Tour Finals. I didn't see this, but I saw some of the scoring on it. Mitchell Hooper just is dominating everybody. You know, he wasn't even prepping for the show.
like oh my God Almighty, I'm gonna get better at this one day. Um, Ball headed, always jokes around. Has his own little channel now. He's
Laws?
from Ireland.
No. Um, you got me. I don't know.
He just had Luke on there.
He's from
Uh,
Ireland?
yeah, he's had a tattoo, bald headed. He's always funny, always doing jokes.
I don't know. Well, we got different channels on our YouTube. Good Lord at all the Alabama fans in here.
What? Oh God. Yeah.
We just need to
No,
ignore
Destiny,
that.
no. Yeah. Pat O'Dwyer.
Gear-
Paul O'Dwyer.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Olivia
yeah.
said gears are
So
turning, just not grabbing.
he Paul O'Dwyer is he had a funny state. He said he calls him Mitchell the Alien Hooper because there's nobody else that's like him.
No, it's insane what he's been able to do. I was watching Laws's live stream this past weekend. Stan War Eagle, yes, but Laws was talking about how he's not even in peak. He's not peaking for these Giants live shows. That he's just dominating. He's peaking for Rogue. Like he's working towards Rogue. He wants to go in and just dominate it.
If you win all the shows he has, and you win the road coming up, and let's say this year he wins World Strongest Man again, do you just retire? I mean, what else is for you to do? Oh, I lost you. I can't hear you. Well, I think somebody broke it by saying the Alabama stuff too much. I don't know where you went. Nobody can hear you, Chris. I guess everybody can hear me still. I hope.
Testing 1 2. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I don't know what happened. We can hear Trey, not Chris. Okay. Can y'all hear me now? Trey, can you?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Now I can't. What in the teetotal crap is going on now? I can't hear you again. Trey is taking over. Yeah, there we go. It's my world now.
Hello. I think it's my mic. Hang on. Hang on.
Somebody help the little Lego man. Absolutely, that's great. Well, if y'all can still hear me, we'll let Chris figure out what the heck's going on with him. He's supposed to be the tech guy. Here I am over here somehow still working.
You hear me now? Trey?
I can hear you.
Okay. So what it was is I waited so long for you to join the chat. My mic died. Okay. I'm blaming you still. Yeah. So I had to get another mic. This one's running low already too. So we can't stay on here for too much longer. But I think I got a little bit left. I'll go ahead and get another.
I thought you pre-planned for this. You were going to have everything ready to go.
I did, but I waited for you for so long. My mic died.
Oh my good Lord. Stan, you don't want me to sing, I promise you, unless there's music being played really loud over it.
I'm going to go ahead and plug up another mic just in case. I hadn't unpacked everything from the Redbeard until today. Don't tell me you lost me again.
No, I still got you.
Okay.
But for some reason now, my headphones were working, but now that you changed your microphone, my headphones won't work. So I think we got a ghost in the system here.
I think we just need to prep and use the other system. This system is sketchy.
Garbage. That's right.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to plug this up, but let's keep going. What we're talking about with Mitchell Hooper being the monster he is.
Yeah, I guess what I was saying about Mitchell Hooper is, I mean, what else do you do if you win World's Strongest Man? I mean, do you really need to win it 5 times to show everybody? I mean, nobody else can win all these shows he does without prepping. So if it was me, I think I'd go ahead and retire.
I mean, I guess it depends if you love it enough. I mean, if you're winning and you're having a good time, keep going. As long as you're not doing anything that's going to hurt you long term. And I think that's kind of what he said. He was like, until he loses that passion, he's not going to stop doing it, but he's just not sure where to go from here.
I mean, what the hell else do you do besides leave the planet and go compete versus aliens? I have no idea.
I mean, how many shows recently has he won and he didn't have to do the last event? I know of at least 3.
Yeah.
So,
that was kind of, yeah.
What?
No, just the fact that he don't have to even do the final event is just shocking. With all the talent that's in there. Luke Richardson, I mean, all of them are great guys.
I mean, you got Tom Stoltman. I mean, he's the only person who's beat him recently, and that was at Worlds.
Tom's not beating Mitchell Hooper right now, not the way his
we
training with a new coach and mental.
So Adam said what I was about to say. You know, Tom, I think he peaks for Worlds. I don't think he does. I don't think he puts as much focus on the other shows, and that's why you see him come in a lot lower. Because I was like, what Shaw Classic or World's Strongest, World's Strongest Man. No, World's Strongest. What is Shaw's Classic? Strongest Man on Earth.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't even. I don't even think he was in the top 5. I think he was like 7th.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, I see how he does peak for World's Strongest Man, but right now I think Mitchell Hooper has Tom Stoltman mentally messed up.
Yeah. Hopefully, with this new coach he's got, or he's gonna get in a better headspace and get everything right. Because Tom is just a monster. He should be able to he should be the biggest threat to Mitchell Hooper right now. But it seems like, and I guess I'm being a little fanboy too, but Lucas Hatton is going to be the next threat besides Hathor.
Hatton to be good. I can tell you one person that I don't ever have to worry about seeing on the podium, but I guess I won't say that because we're live.
You can say what you want to say. Just let me be clear. Trey's thoughts do not reflect this channel. 100%. Okay.
Well, then this was a BT, and I'll never have to see that person on the.
I knew it.
He'll never be on that podium.
I knew what you were going to say. That's why I was like, I'm not going to stir the pot, but I'll let you do it all you want.
No, I'm not stirring it. I'm just making a factual fact.
What do you think, Hathor, if he comes, like if he gets his pressing down? Because, I mean, that's been his biggest weak link lately is his pressing.
I don't think he's beat Mitchell Hooper in moving events. So even if he gets as statically strong as Hooper, he can't beat him in the yoke. He can't beat him in farmers. He's probably not going to beat him in transition events with it being sandbag and loads and all that. So, no, I don't think Hathor still has a chance.
Let me see. I want to see how close it was.
Uh-oh. Alabama's most beautiful man is in here.
Hey. Took you long enough, Stuart. So, looking at Giants Live, I mean, Mitchell Hooper won it by 3.5 points.
Without doing the last event.
Oh, I didn't even see. That's the thing. I didn't even notice that he didn't do the last event. I thought he still did it.
No, didn't even touch it.
That's insane. That's. I can't think if that's embarrassing for the other athletes or.
Yes,
if
it is embarrassing.
Insulting. It's almost insulting that he don't even go out there and do it.
Those are highly trained. They have nutritionists. They have supplement people. I mean, and they're not anywhere near this guy. So,
now, to be fair, Trey Mitchell had one event that really messed him up. So he came in third, tied for fourth, got second, and got third. If it wasn't for the medley event where he got 4 points, so he came in ninth place on that event. If it wasn't for that medley, Mitchell Hooper would have had to do the last event. So, I mean, it would have forced him into it. Not saying he would have lost it, but, I mean, you got 4 straight event wins. It's kind of...
I guess right now it's crazy to me that Mitchell Hooper is just it's not that yoke is a banker event for him.
Yeah. And,
hell, pretty much everything else is now. But he's gotten everything to where he's even across the board. Everything's good.
Yeah.
The only thing that's like a chink in his armor, like I was watching Lawless Brothers, is stones. And, I'm sure he's been working on stones to where if he really needed to, he can get them up.
And to say something's a weakness for him is not necessarily that he's struggling with it. It's that it's just out of everything he's great at, that's the least great.
I just don't know how you get as good as him and everything. And then stay as healthy, because I talk to Laws about it and I watch all Hooper's videos. And Hooper really doesn't do much outside the norm. He gets his sleep. He gets good nutrition. Obviously, you got physio and stuff like that. He don't believe in cold baths and all that. But he doesn't do anything really that special. And it's just that he's able to regenerate and be fresh for the next show. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, because I'm looking at all his recent shows that he's won. Excuse me. What was the show? I was just Arnold. He dominated it. The Strongest Man on Earth, 2024. He won that one by 9 points. He had 117, and Hathor had 108. The next person down was Lucas Hatton with 83. So, I mean, just killing it. His lowest finish on any event was third.
Yeah. Well, Stuart said it, not me.
Hang on, I'm going back. I'm having a switch between the different things.
I don't know if that's the case.
I mean, he talked about a lot of stuff, especially like the BP, or is it BCP or BPC 150?
Well, yeah, I take BPC 157 and
Yeah.
TP 500, and I don't feel as good as he does.
Well, you're also not as old. I mean, he's not as old as you either. Well,
Yeah,
us. I guess us. I'm older than you.
yeah, that's right. You are old.
All 6 months older. Well,
How
let's
many
look
people
at
we
the.
got in here?
It looks like we got about 9 or 10 now.
Holy moly! Look at that.
Yeah, we're growing. So let's look at the Rogue a little bit. See if, I mean, is there any chance that he doesn't just clean sweep these events too? Now, I want to pull up upcoming shows. Where'd it go?
Not the age. That's funny.
Well,
I don't know. Stan and Chris Stewart are the two oldest ones in here, and then you got Adam Guy, who's 40 or 38 to 40. I can't remember exactly. So you got some older ones than us in here.
I'm not live. You would have more. Yeah, we should have you on here next time. Or if I
Well,
could figure out how to,
he's a busy man.
if I could add him in this time, I would. But if I do it, I'm scared the whole thing would crash down. All right, so here's the lineup for.
Stan's 49 years old and still going strong.
He's getting stronger.
Yeah. Stan's a freak in that he's gone through for his liver, to almost dying, to weight training, to I don't know, it's crazy. I'll never be as strong as him and what he's gone through.
That's impressive. Well, let's see. Here's the lineup for the Rogue Invitational. We got Tom Stoltman, Luke Stoltman, Christian Hoth, Mitchell Hooper,
I don't know who
Pablo
Christian Hope
Cordiak.
is.
I don't need. He's Canadian. He looks familiar. I think he's been at a couple of these big shows. Pablo Cordiak, Evan Singleton, Matthew Ragg.
Cordiaca. Yeah.
Sorry. Thomas Evans, Hafthor Julius Bjornsson, and Bobby Thompson.
Oh, okay.
So the event, let's rather the events, and this is off Strongman Archives. I don't know if it's 100%. I don't know if they've even released this officially, but you got max deadlift. Hafthor is going to take that, I think. It'll be between him and Mitchell Hooper. Because did you see Mitchell pull that 505?
Let me ask you this. Okay. How is it that Trey Mitchell comes second place and then now third place? Or no?
Second and second.
Yeah, second and second. He also tore his Achilles for that show. And you're telling me they will not give him back an invitation?
So, and again, don't know this for sure. This is all just watching other people's videos talking about the same subject. But there's one mindset that there might have been some legal repercussions on that one. Because Rogue messed up on that event. And I mean, they have to admit that themselves. It got harder with every athlete to the point where, like, the last couple of athletes that went could barely move it an inch. It wasn't like it was just that difficult. It just, the system failed. So it caused more potential for injury. I don't know if he did seek any legal repercussions or if they were scared that he did, or I'm not sure if that's the route. But I did hear that he was potentially supposed to be the 11th invite. I don't know if that was ever going to happen or not.
Well, somebody dropped out, and I think Cordiaca dropped out. Somebody else jumped in, or somebody jumped out and Cordiaca got in.
Yeah, Cordiaca got in.
And there's no way Cordiaca is stronger than Trey Mitchell, so they need to give him a spot. However, just for the strongman, because anybody that really watches strongman, they know that Trey Mitchell deserves to be in there, especially what he had to go through. And Rogue, I know everybody uses Rogue, and they probably won't like what I have to say, but for Rogue to have that event in there, and obviously they did not truly test it, and or at least enough times, and you have an athlete that essentially could have almost ended his career for your show, and you're not going to invite him back to see if he can, get some, just anything, if he can win money or whatever that help him out in the future. That's kind of shit to me.
Yeah, I think I think the issue with that was they tested it in controlled environments, and then when they had the event, it was taken outside into a very humid environment. It was raining, it was hot, and what happens with wood when it gets wet? It swells.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well,
you had this tested in a controlled environment. Always good. You got to test it in the environment it's going to be in. You can't test it
yeah.
in a
What
facility.
about also, Matus Kielikowski?
Now
He podium, and they didn't give him an invite.
yeah, I think he. I thought this was wrong, but it showed that he was. I think they got the information wrong, but it showed he was like second in Arnold this year too. But I thought that was the American Arnold. I think he got second place at the Arnold, right behind Mitchell Hooper, and
Mhm.
then he came in second at the Rogue last year, right?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. And this part is not really necessarily
Politics.
hit, but it's the truth. You have a Bobby Thompson in there
Mhm.
who has never won. He's podiumed at Arnold, never won anything, and he's over those two guys. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Don't make any sense.
So who else did we have on here?
That's why, whether or not I have a chance to or not, I don't want to be World's Strongest Man. I don't want to join the World's Strongest Man people. I don't want to do Giants Live because that's all it is. It's a TV show, and they want to do politics. So I have no desire at all to ever get to that level.
Yeah. And I hate that because growing up, World's Strongest Man was just the most entertaining thing for me. I didn't have any aspirations to play college football. I didn't have any aspirations to do any professional sport except for strongman. Unfortunately, I peaked at 5'10" and about 200 pounds, so that was not in my future. But looking back at it, that was such a great show that seemed to be the most entertaining and true test of strength. But then I find out, in the last decade or so, it's more of a production than it is an actual competition. A friend of mine, Todd Williams, when I met him, I talked about wanting to go watch it because I think it was in South Carolina or something, or Myrtle Beach. And he was like, I'll never go watch it again. And I asked him why. And he said they spent more time focusing on camera angles, reshooting stuff. People had to do events more than one time. He said he watched somebody do the event like 2 or 3 times to get the right camera angles. And that's not Strongman. That's a TV show.
No, I don't want to. Plus, I'm not flying, so if I can't get there by vehicle, then I'm not going anyway. So,
I think
if I
that's the
can,
reason why they don't do it live, because they're so
I believe
concerned
it.
about the production.
I believe it. They could do so much better. Giants Live, in a sense, they do the best probably with their shows because they have it in controlled environments. It's in a stadium setting, and it's always sold out.
Mm.
There's also a bigger following in the UK for strongman than there is here. But if they put it into a small stadium, let's say a 4,000 person stadium, and sold the tickets and promoted it well, they probably could sell out, and you could still have a great TV production there. So I don't know why I don't know why. That's why I think Lucas Hatton didn't really give a shit about doing the show. He had something else going on, and he'd really do Brian Shaw's show.
And I had talked to him a little bit on social media and stuff. I sent him a couple messages talking about different things, and I never got a direct answer or anything. And I don't know if I ever actually directly asked him because I didn't want to be insensitive if he didn't get invited or something. But I heard that he turned down the invite. And, I mean, hearing what I've heard about the show now, I'm not surprised. If you've got a better opportunity to do something like, the Arnold, doing a free live stream, putting it out to the fans, that was one of the biggest things that I've seen in a long time come from the sport. Like, doing something like that to get people involved, to grow it.
Yeah. And clearly, of all these shows, you've got World's Strongest Man, Strongest Man on Earth, Arnold. I know different athletes peak for different things, but a lot of times it seems like they're just throwing, like Stewart saying there, Mr. Stewart, they're just getting a diversity-wise and throwing them in there. They don't really deserve to be there because clearly they're not the top 10, top 15 strongest men in the world, but they'll throw somebody in there that don't really deserve to be. And they'll get smoked as usual. Like Eddie Williams, everybody loves Eddie Williams, and he does good on an event here or there. But he has no business being in there with Mitchell Hooper and Tom Stoltman and all them.
Mm-mm.
It's just he can sing, and people like to hear him sing, and that's pretty much how it. And like he's saying, Shaw is the only one and he's getting a lot of flack for it, but he's the only one that's truly trying to find who the strongest person is.
Yeah.
We're not CrossFit. We're not trying to run with events and do all this crap like everybody else is trying to do now. He wants 8 events to show who's the strongest.
I love watching this show. Like it's a great setup. I mean, in the I'd be lying if I didn't say I try to steal some of the stuff that he does for the limit breaker. You know, the multiple events in one event kind of thing. Just that's a great test of strength and endurance. At the
Yep.
same time, not necessarily who's the fastest, but who can maintain their strength the whole event. And
Oh
8
yeah.
events is you got to be the strongest man on earth to put up with 8 events like that. Because it's 8, but it's more like 12 to 13 total if you think about all the different things you have to do in it.
No doubt. That's back to back. Like usually you do an event, whether it be 4 or 5, whatever. You're resting. You're done with the show.
Mm-hmm.
You got to wake back up the next day and do the same thing, but even heavier on
Mm-hmm.
some events. And I don't know how they do it.
Well, let's
I'd
say,
be I'll be on the floor.
I mean, you've got the qualifiers and stuff going in the worlds, but then when it comes to the actual competition, it's 5 events spaced out over like 2 days, 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The finals is normally 1 or 2 events on the last day. His is 8
Yep.
events in within probably 36 hours of each other, like,
Yep.
or less than 36 hours, 24 hours of each other.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's many things I can say about all the shows. I would think Shaw has the best show out there right now. Even the Arnold, it's gotten to where it's some of their events they put in are just trash.
yeah.
But at least he's doing it right, and he's trying to make it to where, and eventually he'll run out of ideas. But he's trying to implement different things to where it's outside the box. People want to try it. It looks good for a show. But you're still heavy objects like that tractor pull. When that some bitch obviously was heavy, nobody really finished it. But so it's good to see that back in Strongman. Strongman was always fun to watch when you had Eddie Hall at his peak and Z and Thor and Shaw when they're 440 pounds, when they were all just static strength monsters, not these run and pick up motor parts and run and then do all this crap.
Did you see what Adam said?
Yeah, that's right.
He's got a point. Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen a couple of sandbags. I hadn't seen a lot lately.
They're mostly in the heats and World Strongest Man. You'll do a lot of sandbags.
But Adam, you know the difference between our shows and their shows? They have hundreds of thousands of dollars to put into their show. We don't. So we can't afford to have these really nice pieces of equipment. We got to stick with sandbags that we can get from Lowe's, and it's donated from different companies.
One day we'll get there.
Hope so. Yes.
And even if it's just in the southeast, I'd be happy with that.
Chris, yeah, his implement designs are crazy. He's got a great team up there building stuff for him.
Sam,
And then Olivia, Farmer Carriers, where it's at.
Olivia's tripping me out. Oh god! But no, I mean, like I said, you got the classic coming up. You got your F and Strong. Well, then we got the Forge, which I
Well,
plan on obtaining a 3-year in a row trophy.
there you go.
And then your F and Strong, I'm gonna get back my damn trophy. I didn't lose.
You mean Limit Breaker?
Limit breaker, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I'll have another one of those trophies. I'm gonna buy a damn bigger trophy case by the end of next year.
Well, let's run through. Let me see, because we're working on. I mean, pretty much everybody in the state's working on the same stuff, but your judges are better. Our judges
We do
are
have some
phenomenal.
damn good judges in
Yes.
this state.
Yeah, and they judge almost every show in the state. But
I'm very
oh,
fortunate that I was able to judge with them down in Alabama. They invited me down for that. That was awesome because I mean, there's 3 of the greats that's ever done it. So I got to help with that. It was great.
So coming up, we've got, again, we talked about it earlier, the Alabama Strong Benefit Show. That's December 7th. That's the next show. We've got in January, we're live streaming the Natural Strongman Show in Mississippi. It's a national qualifier for the Natural Strongman League. And then February, Limit Breaker. I don't think there's anything in March right now. April, we have my show and your show, Southeastern. Is it open or classic?
It's the classic.
Classic. And then we got F and Strong, the end of April. May, we have the Battle of the Forge. June, we have Georgia's. And then it goes into the rest of the stuff with August with Alabama, or yeah, Alabama's and everybody else rotating through.
I'm waiting to see these. They keep teasing it. They tag me in it about posting the weight, not the weights, but the events for Georgia's Strongest Man.
Yeah, he sent it to me the other day. He asked me to share it. I think he's got something up his sleeve. It's at the same venue as last year, so we're gonna have to get there a little earlier and set up. But oh, what she
I
say?
guess that last
Sorry.
one's for me. Uh, no, I love Damon and Chris and Slater.
Oh
They're
yeah.
they're good guys. They throw Todd in there with it. We got the four best judges in the state.
Hmm.
If we could ever talk Garrett into being more outspoken, he'd be really good too. But he does not like talking in public.
No, he does not. It was like pulling teeth to get him to do his own show, talking on his own show.
That's right. Yeah.
Destiny said I'm only picking 2 comps maybe, and that's it. Hey, you already signed up for mine, so I'm good with that.
2 competitions. Absolutely not.
You talking about 2 a month or 2 total?
2 comps a whole year. Hell no. This is my final year. I'm trying to do. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 6 or 7 on the books.
Dang. I might try to jump back into it next year. I know I'm almost always going to do the Battle of the Forge, but I haven't decided what other show I'm going to try to do next year. Depends on what the events are. If we got to sandbag the shoulder, I might actually jump in now, since it's no longer my worst event.
Well, if you can get 300 up, there's not many people your size that can do the 300s, or at least
Well,
around our area.
let's see. She said that's all you get too. Limit breaker and something else.
Well, it's going to be the Southeast Classic.
She's got a. She said the other one's up for grabs, but I mean, you got to think she was close to getting that Georgia's Strongest title. She might try to take it too.
No, the Classic. Well, I can't. Well, I'm not going to say that. They're even. They're even.
Yeah, don't
But I'm
make
going to
Matt
have
mad. We
cooler.
like Matt.
I'm going to have cooler trophies.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I say my picture froze. You think you got cooler trophies than the effing strong?
My championship belt
No, hang
was
on,
pretty
hang on.
cool.
For people who don't know, I got to grab it real quick.
You're just waiting to see what my classic is going to be.
You mean to tell me you think your trophy's gonna be cooler than this butt plug right here?
Oh my God! Get that thing away.
I bought those, and I really wasn't thinking about it. And then somebody brought it up and pointed it out that it was very phallic in shape. And I had more people sign up afterwards.
Oh, I'm sure. It's
That
just
was
like
the funny.
the competition up north where they
Yeah.
had the 50-pound thing.
But it was hilarious though when I posted the picture. More people signed up, but I had everybody telling me that those look like very large butt plugs.
Oh yeah, I think that was said several times during that comp.
Chris, you mentioned OnlyFans earlier. Not with me on that thing. No, God no.
Oh yeah, so that's like mine's going to be indoors. Yeah, there won't be no outdoor heat again. I don't know how Georgia's was. I mean, it was pretty cool comp, but it was just so hot. I don't know how I didn't die.
Yeah, that was a tough show. There was no shade. Even under the tents, we were having to hang stuff down on the sides just to get some shade.
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
Hemorrhoids. Oh, at her call station.
Oh,
Oh boy.
well, none of these have been used for that. I hope to God not. At least the ones that are here have not been used for that. The ones who got taken
Well,
home, I don't know.
what you can't see from the photo that you've got it next to you, there is at least
Well,
um,
the thought process.
the Earth is on there.
Yeah, the thought process. I mean, hang on. I can zoom in on this thing.
I don't know if you should do that.
You know what? Look, it's got the Earth.
That
See,
looks worse. Don't put it next to your face.
for size reference,
Yeah. uh,
it is 10 inches, just so you know.
well, is that female inches or male inches?
Accurate inches. I'm just going to say that.
Accurate.
Oh, Chris said nothing's hotter than Alabama's Strongest Man.
Alabama Strongest Man is freaking. I'm so glad I was able to sit in a chair and do that show. Good God Almighty!
I was grateful to be in the hangout. It's getting worse. Okay, look, we're over an hour. Things are starting to go downhill. We probably need to wrap this up.
Well, everybody, we appreciate you joining us on the chat. It means the world, especially to me.
Yes, me too.
And like I said, remember the December 7th comp. Spread the word around. It's for a good cause. We will all be there. And then obviously, look out for Iron Podium. Of course, Limit Breaker. If you want to invite the Limit Breaker, you just podium at my damn show.
Yeah, you got to win the local
And
show.
that's right. And look out for that one. The Classics coming. The Forge is coming, which is also another great show. Put on by the mad scientist himself. And then, of course, you got Alabama's Strongest Man, and let's see, Georgia's first, and then Alabama's Strongest Man. So hopefully I can have Mr. Matt back out to do some more shit talking because he's phenomenal at that.
He did very good at that.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to pay him this time some more money or however I have to just to get him to roast people.
Chris ain't okay. So real quick, we got a bunch of comments in. Matt Anderson saying I was considering doing Alabama Strong December 7th, Mississippi Strong is December 14th, Kentucky Strong on the 15th. I just don't know if I can make it. Jesus, if he does three shows like that,
I'm glad you got that much money.
You know what? Hey, he's a sponsored athlete, I think.
Well, so am I, but Jesus Christ.
Well, you got the wrong sponsor then.
But not just, I meant like just all the traveling. Good Lord.
Yeah. Stan said, great host. Thank you, sir. Nathan said, Chris is right. Probably talking about this is going downhill. Destiny said, Chris ain't posted the woman lineup. That's because y'all are still sitting at 6 females in each division out of a 15. I'm trying to wait till we get closer to, full, at least 10.
I hear you.
So, what?
He said glutton for punishment. And I said, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Good night, guys. Enjoy listening. Thank you. Chris said, love you. See you soon. Real quick before we hop off, I do want to shout out all of our members. We've got a lot of them. Most of y'all are here. So thank you to Trey for being a member. Tasia Benton, Rosalinda, Stan, Adam, Devin, Trey again, Manny Johnson, Destiny, Olivia Powell, Jonathan Chappell, and Matt Anderson. Thank y'all all so much for being a member of this channel. We appreciate y'all. Y'all help us continue to do stuff like this. And hopefully as we continue growing our memberships and everything else, we can start doing members-only videos like this. Not saying only fans. I'm talking members only. It's a little bit different. It's not.
There may be a shirtless session in there somewhere.
I mean, I might go sleeveless for the first time. We'll see.
Yes, there we go.
But thank y'all so much for joining. We're about to sign off, and we will